Josh Scheinblum is there, where the president's plane is now standing by to go back to D.C. Josh.
You can still feel the excitement here from when Air Force One landed just after 11:30 this morning. And like you mentioned, about 20 minutes ago, President Barack Obama took his first steps off of Air Force One. As he walked down, he was greeted by Congressman Loebsack as well as Mayor Ron Corbett. Now, after getting off of the plane, after doing his meet and greet with the local politicians, this is what was really exciting. He walked out over to a crowd of about 50 to 60 people and took a significant amount of time to actually walk down the aisle and shake everyone's hand. Now, when the president was back here back in January, he also did one of those meet and greets, but didn't spend nearly as much time as he did this time around. You could see based on the folks' faces who were here, they were very excited to see the commander-in-chief in person, and the smiles on the kids and adults alike clearly helped describe that atmosphere that was here. Now, from here, of course, he is moving along on his way to Iowa City to talk about the rising student loan debt and the concerns about that. So if you are anywhere near I-380, you may want to make plans to save a little bit of extra time, because it's not clear yet the route that the President of the United States is taking on his way there. The President will be leaving here from the Eastern Iowa Airport just after 2:30 this afternoon. For now, we are covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids. Josh Scheinblum, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Josh, thank you so much. But our Josh Scheinblum is there at the airport covering this for us. Josh, this is the second time you've covered something like this for us in just the 4 months. Set the scene for us there. Who's there?
Kelly, right now we just saw the presidential motorcade move into position. I've counted not one but two presidential limousines that are in place right now. They just moved the staircase over to Air Force One, and now it's all just the test of time when President Barack Obama will make his way off Air Force One and officially over on out into the Eastern Iowa Airport for his stop here to Iowa. The last time he was here back in January was for a stopover at Conveyor Manufacturing. He stopped there to talk about jobs, to talk about taxes, but today a very different message to talk about student loan debt. He is greeted right now at the bottom of those stairs. I'm not sure if you guys can see them, but by Representative Congressman Loebsack as well as Mayor Ron Corbett.
Josh, now, there he is right there walking down the stairs. President Barack Obama arriving right now in Eastern Iowa at the Eastern Iowa Airport. You can see him right there. It looks like that is Ron Corbett right there at the end of the stairs, and then Congressman Dave Loebsack. Josh, how many people are there just to see the president? Just, you know, average everyday Eastern Iowans?
Kelly, it's about 50 to 60 people. We're told they're friends, families, and Democratic supporters of the president that are here to greet him. Now, the last time the president was here in an unprecedented move, he actually got off of Air Force One after being greeted by Governor Terry Branstad, Ron Corbett, as well as Congressman Brashley, and actually went over to the crowd and greeted them. And it'll be very interesting to see if he actually does this here. He did last time, this sort of meet and greet last time. So it'll be very interesting. He's motioning towards the crowd right now. It looks like he's walking over. He's walking past the limousine right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the crowd. They're cheering very loud.
It looks like he's going to that crowd. I'm sure they all hope that they are going to see the president. Of course, he was here, as you mentioned, Josh, but it is, of course, rare to see the commander-in-chief. He's given a wave, a big smile to the crowd here in Eastern Iowa. You said about 50 or so, Josh. I know the question is, where is this motorcade going to go? Obviously, somewhere between Iowa City and Cedar Rapids. Any idea as the route that they're going to take?
Yeah, the Secret Service has not released the route that President Obama will be taking, but you can bet, though, if you are planning anytime between now and 2:30 when this plane is supposed to leave, traveling anywhere on I-380, to plan accordingly, that you might want to give yourself some extra time. Usually they change them up. It's usually planned not until sometime before, so we'll have to wait to see where exactly they're going to be going. But if you'll be anywhere around I-380, make sure you plan to give yourself some extra time. There's no doubt they will be shutting down some of these roads out here in the area. But you can see onlookers right now very glad to see the president.
Yeah, Josh, I'm just looking at the crowd right now. Pretty much people of all ages. There's kids there taking pictures with their cell phones, and then older gentlemen and women just trying to get a glimpse of the president. They're getting a pretty up-close glimpse. They're shaking hands, taking pictures, really soaking this in. A lot of kids, which is kind of unique to see. I bet you a lot of those parents were pulling their kids out of school to see the president.
Absolutely, Kelly. You know, we cover the president all the time. We're reporting him on the news, but it really is something special, and I can only imagine what it's like for these kids, these parents, and these supporters to actually get to meet the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world. They're seeing him right now, and you see the smiles on their faces, and it looks like they're having just a very genuine interaction here. People very, very happy, and like you said, Kelly, this spans people of all ages, all genders. We're seeing just a real mixed group of people here.
And Josh, I know you have been at the Eastern Iowa Airport since about 4 o'clock this morning. Around what time did the crowd start gathering there?
Yeah, I'd say the crowd started gathering about an hour or so ago. They had to go through security for the Secret Service, and no more than 15, 20 minutes ago did they actually make their way from the DHL headquarters out over onto the tarmac. They all moved in. You could see people were very excited, kind of pushing their way on into the front so they could get one of these rare moments with the president. I mean, being able to see the president in person, being able to be in front of Air Force One, truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but being able to actually get up there and shake his hand, you got to imagine there's no question why so many people tried to kind of push and shove to get on up there.
Yeah, definitely. Their smiles show their excitement. They're shaking hands, taking pictures. From here, of course, he's going to the University of Iowa, the field house, where he will talk with a large group. That group is gathering right now. They've been gathering for hours, waiting to hear from the president. Again, he's going to be talking about student loans and debt to a lot of students, a lot of staffers at the University of Iowa. Again, we don't know exactly the route the president will be taking, but he is at the Eastern Iowa Airport. He has to get to Iowa City. And Josh, I know he was in Colorado earlier yesterday, as well as North Carolina. Does it look like there are a lot of college students there in the crowd?
By my looking right now, it doesn't look like anyone necessarily college age that I'm seeing, but we're seeing a lot of older people and a lot of younger people, that kind of college age group you're talking about, that demographic. We don't really see them there. But Kelly, I got to point this out. What's really amazing, when President Obama came last time in January, it was a very quick meet and greet. He shaked a couple hands and went right into the presidential limousine. It looks like he's doing that right now, but he clearly spent a whole lot more time this time around than in January, perhaps because it's a little bit warmer this time.
Yeah, it was pretty chilly.